All right, nothing like, another rank one all mages to make another YouTube video about. Um, got rank one on Larodar, playing Frost Mage, so that's pretty cool. I'm definitely pretty in line with these people's gear. I'm 477, so it's kind of in the middle. My trinkets are pretty decent. I got a 483 Balefire that I upgraded. So yeah, in terms of talents, just playing the single target talents, it's less so. Um, there's not really pad for you to use here. It's more so like how do you use your AoE? And I'm also playing Time Anomaly, which is actually different than everyone else. I think I'm the only person playing Time Anomaly. Kind of makes sense. A lot of people are worried about like P3 damage, but meh. I Time Anomaly is just a lot better overall when you're not lusting until 4 minutes into the fight. So yeah, should be good. All right. Aside from that, the main thing that you'll notice if you look at my log versus other people's is you can see my Glacial Blast at about 5% of my damage here. If I pull up um, someone else's logs, we're going to see that, this Gladrians, he did a lot less Glacial Blast damage. For him, that's because he was because he couldn't really root the ads. This guy even still did a lot less Glacial Blast damage with mine at 5% and 4 mil. He's doing 2 mil. Gladrian's doing 1 mil. A lot of this just has to do with sharing your off target with GS, which can troll people because it does root them, of course. So if your tank's trying to grip the ads, it can be annoying. I think that happened in our kill pull, but they all spawn really close anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. You can also see Gladrian only used his Iridol once. This guy doesn't have Iridol. I used my Iridol twice because I used it on a branch. That's pretty big. Anyway, let's just go ahead and watch this. So you want to save your Comet Storm and your Orb on pull for the ads, but I still like to do my Balefire Ray here. And if you're slow enough, you can like GS into freeze here. I was not slow enough. So here I'm at GS Flurry Freeze to shatter the off one. It's if your ads live a little bit slower, you can get 2 GSs, and the first one just lines up naturally to be a GS into freeze when you have Winter's Chill, and then the second one you're gonna make sure you have Flurry onto him at with 2 Winter's Chill, and then you just GS into Ice Nova. Yeah, standard one unfreezable, multiple freezable mob stuff. Here you really do not want. I'm kind of trolling with this, I think, because the fire's spreading a little bit from the branches. But anyway, that would be a good opportunity for me to double freeze, 2 target freeze the mobs. You see how you get Iridol that, and I should have Comet Storm there. The next one I get off is actually gonna be really bad because he's just gonna run. Your Comet Storms on this fight are kind of sus. You see he's just gonna Furious Charge during it. So anyway, you can't be too close to the boss because then your GS into flurries won't shatter. So I'm trying to maintain like a decent distance from him at all times. You don't need to be that far away, just like, yeah, 8 or so yards. Yeah, you do not want to Balefire during this, but either way, my Ray isn't up for another 5 seconds, so I wouldn't Balefire. So here, I do Balefire. It probably would have been better for me to GS than Balefire than Ray, because if you Balefire while GS is in the air, it gets the benefit, so it's just a little bit better on your stacks. Here's the ads. We're going to GS into freeze. I'm actually going to add a little bit of a gap so that I don't consume the Winter's Chill, because otherwise I would have had to Ice Lance, which is fine. All the ads are dead here. Otherwise I would have Frost Nova'd since I had only one Winter's Chill stack left. But instead I'm mostly just using freezes. Here's my Time Anomaly proc, in case you're confused. I know, Time Anomaly. Wild. I should have Ray Frosted that, but it doesn't really matter. I simply have my Ray Frost in a new area, so it'll also be good for me to be Ray Frosting the Brambles with Winter's Chill, but they are going to die very fast anyway, so. Good thing that guy soaked for me. I could have flurried there, but it's fine that I didn't. I do tend to gamble with my procs a little bit, which is not something I recommend too much. I believe this is the thing that causes your Balefire to get consumed. This is transition, so I'm just avoiding using Balefire during this. But again, I wouldn't want to anyway because my Braid's not up. Here I am going to use Balefire when the ad spawn, so I'm going to GS into an Ice Nova, and then here I'm going to GS into Freeze, maybe into Shifting Power. Nope, unlucky. This was a bad Shifting Power because Ray Frost was up. And this was a bad orb because all the ads are dead, so I should have Ray Frosted. But is what it is. There's actually going to be a time later on where I'm going to flurry into, or Frostbolt into a Winter's Chill. But, you know, just showing you don't have to play well to get a rank 1. You just have to be first and do more pad or something, and you'll be fine. Not that I was, as you can see, really padding, but the time anomaly choice did contribute to a lot here, I believe. Kind of held my GCD for that, which was not good, but that's all right. Playing this natural flurry a little bit. Oh, this was yeah, because I canceled my shipping power, and so I got fucked up. That's weird. Okay, so this is pretty good. Do a GS into Balefire, what's in the air, and then Ray Frost, kind of pog. Ideally, since that might have been my last Ray Frost, I probably should have delayed it for Icy Veins, but that can be a tricky situation when you start trying to do that. It's not an APL after all. And then yeah, then he dies, and I should have Ice Lance there, but that's okay. Yeah, you know, wow. Anticlimactic, I suppose. This boss kind of falls over if you have more gear, but here's my gear now, by the way. My second trinket is really bad, but the rest of my gear is pretty decent. So I've used my upgrades this week, actually. I'm sitting on 45 aspect crests, but I got Mythic shoulders for Catalyst next week, so that's going to be good. Only 4 item I'll upgrade, but I'll probably upgrade them with aspect crests. I have these Mythic legs, which I'll probably also upgrade. I guess I could upgrade them now, and I might upgrade them now even. But yeah, everything else just cool. Hopefully that was helpful. You know, good perspective of the fight. Didn't really talk too much about the mechanics or anything. I did mention a little bit more of like the off-target shattering, which you really need to make sure you're doing. Though mine was a bit of a poor example. I only ever used Ice Nova once, and I never had to use Frost Nova because our ads died too fast. But yeah, I did do, I did pretty good ad damage, and then pretty good boss damage too. So I was happy with that. Anyway, have a good day.